Have you stared at the last message you sent and wondered if it sounded too calm for how much it was breaking you? You have opened the chat, scrolled up, read the same lines again, and then locked your phone like nothing happened. And the strangest part is this: you're not even sure what you're waiting for anymore. An apology, an explanation, or simply proof that you were not easy to leave. There is a moment you keep returning to in your mind. A doorway, a car, a street at night, a goodbye that did not feel final, but it became one. And lately, your body has been reacting before your mind can make sense of it. Sleeping differently, either too much or not enough. Your appetite is shifting. That sudden heavy feeling in your chest when a certain song or scent passes you. This is not just missing someone. This is a bond trying to speak through silence. Stay with me, because what is unfolding here is a kind of truth that explains why they have not reached out and why you have not been able to let go. Let's get started. The first card is the Lovers reversed. This is not a card of it was never real. This is a card of a connection that was real enough to expose what was unhealed. The Lovers reversed arrives when two people feel the pull, but something in the middle fractures. Not because love wasn't there, but because alignment wasn't. There was a choice made here, and it did not feel like a clean choice. It felt like a betrayal of the heart. I keep seeing you trying to be the reasonable one, telling yourself, oh, it's fine, they're busy, or I'm overthinking. But there was a day that you noticed the energy change so sharply, you felt almost embarrassed for caring. A reply that arrived hours later than usual. A message that was technically kind, but emotionally empty. And you read it twice because you could feel the distance inside of it. And here is one of those moments that will feel too precise to ignore. You have typed a message to them and then deleted it. Not once, more than once, because you didn't want to be the one who chased. But the truth is, you weren't chasing, you were reaching for clarity. The Lovers reversed also speaks of someone who wanted you, but was afraid of what wanting you would demand of them. Commitment, honesty, consistency, and something in them could not hold that weight at the time. The second card is the Three of Wands. This is a card of distance and watching. Not necessarily moving on, not necessarily choosing someone else, but standing far enough away to feel safe while still looking back. This person is not indifferent. They are observing. They are thinking about what could have been and what still might be. Another, how did they know that moment? There is a name or a face that appeared in your mind the second you heard me say they. You did not invite it, It simply arrived. This is how connected your energy still is, and on the surface, your life may look normal. You show up, you reply to messages, you handle responsibilities. But privately, you measure time differently now. You notice evenings more, you notice silence more, because in the quiet, this connection speaks the loudest. You may even catch yourself checking whether they viewed something, liked something, appeared online, and then you feel annoyed with yourself because you promised that you wouldn't do that anymore. This is the Three of Wands. The third card is the Moon, and this is where the truth turns intimate. The moon is what people hide, even from themselves. It is a longing wrapped in confusion, fear pretending to be certainty. This person has emotions they've not admitted out loud. Not because they don't feel them, but because acknowledging them would force them to face what they avoided. I need you to hear this clearly. Their silence is not proof that you are unlovable. Their silence is proof that they didn't know how to hold something that was real. The moon also suggests miscommunication, half-truths, things implied but never said. Here is another moment specifically. You have replayed a particular conversation, not the entire relationship, just one conversation, because you still wonder what they meant underneath what they said. You remember their wording, you remember what they didn't say, you remember how you felt afterwards. Under the moon, people retreat when they're afraid their feelings will be seen. This is a person who sensed the depth, and instead of leaning in, they fled into distance. But the moon does not keep secrets for forever. It reveals, it brings the unsaid into the light, slowly, inevitably, like night giving way to dawn. The fourth card is Soul. This is spirit speaking about what you planted, your patience, your hope, your willingness to love with serenity, even when you are not fully met. Soul is a card of intention, what you put into the soil of your life, even when you cannot see the outcome yet. And spirit is saying something profound here. This connection did not happen to punish you. It happened to show you what you deserve, because there is a lesson here about self-abandonment. You gave them the benefit of the doubt. You softened your needs. You told yourself, maybe it's just a phase. And one more, how did they know that moment? There was a time you almost brought up what you needed. More consistency, more honesty, more presence. And you stopped mid-thought because you were afraid it would push them away. That is the wound. Not that you loved, but that you learned to make yourself smaller to keep someone close. And your spirit says no more. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself honestly, have you been holding on to something your spirit has already released? Drop a yes or a no below. You don't need to explain, just acknowledge it. The fifth card is Rain. Rain cleanses. Rain clears what has been stuck. Rain is the moment the air changes after days of heaviness. This is emotional purification. Something being washed away. The confusion, the self-blame, the obsessive replaying of what you could have done differently. And yes, for many of you, rain also touches them. Because when your energy stops reaching for them, they feel the absence of your warmth. Another precise detail, you're reaching a point where you no longer check your phone. With that same desperation. You still think of them, but you're tired of hurting yourself in the process. That shift is very powerful. Rain says the truth cannot hide in fog for forever. Either they come forward with honesty, or life moves forward with protection. And whatever happens, you're no longer the person who begs for clarity. You are becoming the person who attracts what is aligned. The final card is Harvest. This is what comes after the planting, after the waiting, after the long nights. Harvest does not always mean reunion, and I won't lie to you to make this comfortable. Harvest means outcome. It means you will receive the truth of this connection in a tangible way. For some of you, that truth is a return, not a casual message, not a half-hearted check-in, but a real attempt to repair what was damaged. For others, the truth is closure that finally feels like peace, not because you stopped caring, but because you stopped abandoning yourself. Here is the fake piece. You're not meant to be loved in confusion. You're not meant to be chosen only when it's convenient. Whatever is yours will not require you to shrink. And Spirit is very clear. This experience has sharpened your discernment. You will not mistake inconsistency for mystery again. Some connections are lessons, some are destiny, and Spirit always knows the difference. If this message reached you today, it was not by accident. Come back to this reading whenever you need to be reminded something better is already on its way to you. And if you're new here, welcome. There is a reason you found this channel today. Please remember to subscribe and visit my website at divinationharmony.com.